Yeah, I get it. You're going to bed and you feel gassy or bloated, or maybe you just feel like you have bricks in your stomach. Like, I don't remember eating bricks, but for a lot of people, it doesn't even really matter what they eat. They're still going to feel this lousy. So it's not always about what you had for dinner. It can be about the fact that your nervous system still has its foot on the gas, and that's restricting your ability to digest your food correctly. So in this video, I'm going to help you understand simple steps that you can start tonight to improve your digestion immediately. So here's the thing, and I know that this is going to sound a little woo or a little weird, but just stick with me. I'll have links to studies in the description below so that you can see that I didn't get this from My Little Pony coloring book. But your gut is basically plumbing, all the pipes and valves and chemical breakdowns, but your vagus nerve that controls a lot of these functions, that's the electrical system. And here's where most people miss it. You can't digest and be stressed at the same time. Your body won't let you. When you're stressed, you're scrolling through your phone, your chest is all tight, you're thinking about what a jerk your boss is. That's the sympathetic state. That's the gas pedal down. And that state, your body shuts digestion off. Your autonomic nervous system kind of switches back and forth between sympathetic, fight or flight, and parasympathetic, rest and digest, when the situation is appropriate. It kind of optimizes how the body functions for the situation that it's in. So, like, you can't really optimize for every situation at once, and in nature, you would never need to. You're not going to be running from a lion and stop at a drive-thru to eat a cheeseburger. That would never happen. So when you lie down at night and you're stuck in that fight or flight state, your stomach acid production drops. That valve at the top of your stomach, that stays loose and doesn't close correctly. The overnight self-cleaning, that migrating motor complex cycle, that never really turns on. And the food just kind of sits there and it ferments and it creates all this gas and bloating. And the people who sleep great at night, they're not doing anything special with their diet. Their nervous system just has the ability to switch over and understand when it's safe to rest and digest. So today, I'm going to show you how to do that same thing. So if you're dealing with significant digestive issues, I'm going to explain why this can help, but I'm also going to explain the certain situations where this is not going to be enough. All right, so the first one is really the big lever, and the science here is actually kind of strong. And for most breathing exercise type stuff, people just tell you, oh, just breathe deeply. Why don't you just calm down? Cool. But that's not really what matters. What actually matters is the ratio of what's going on, and the long exhale is what physically stimulates your vagus nerve and hits that parasympathetic brake. So it was Stanford researchers did this study, and it was like 111 healthy people, and they had them do 5 minutes a day of cyclic sighing. So that was like a double inhale through the nose and then a super long slow exhale through the mouth. And they did that for 30 days. And what they found was that the exhalation activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which kind of slows down the heart rate and has an overall soothing effect on the body. It helps the body move out of that fight or flight state. And the weird thing was that their positive mood improved about 1/3 more than people just doing meditation. So here's why this works for your vagus nerve specifically. When you do that extended exhale, you're literally forcing controlled breathing patterns, and there's this mechanism in your nervous system, we call it respiratory vagal stimulation. And that activates when you extend your exhale. It's like real. So here's how you do this tonight, just for 5 minutes before bed. Inhale through your nose, and when your lungs feel full, try to take one more sip of air to completely fill them. And then, this is the really key part, exhale really slowly through pursed lips, like so the lips are kind of closed but kind of exhaling through that. And you want to make that exhale twice as long as the inhale. So 4 seconds in, and then you want to have like 6 to 8 seconds out. And a lot of people will say, oh, you can use box breathing where you're doing like 4 in, hold it for 4, and then exhale for 4. And there's different variations to this that seem to be effective, but you want to have one hand on your belly and the other hand on your chest. And when you inhale, you just want to feel the hand on your belly rise. You don't want to be inhaling into your chest. You want to do like diaphragmatic breathing into your belly. Now do that for 5 minutes and that's it. you're deflating all that sympathetic overload, and that longer exhale is activating your vagus nerve so it can actually function. Because your stomach acid production is the foundation of digestion, and not only helps you kind of start breaking down your food, but it triggers all of these other actions in the digestive process that are crucial to really break down your food and get the nutrients out of that food. So you're just pushing your body into the parasympathetic state that allows your body to generate that stomach acid. If you're stuck in fight or flight, it can't make the stomach acid the way that it's supposed to. So now, to take this to another level, if the extended exhale is the brake pedal, the next one is kind of jiggling the wire when something isn't working. So your vagus nerve literally runs through your voice box. So when you hum with your mouth closed, you force air through your vocal folds and create a vibration that directly stimulates that nerve. Plus you flood your sinuses with nitric oxide, and yeah, this is from actual research. It's not just from some wellness TikTok nonsense. So one study found a 15-fold increase of nasal nitric oxide from humming compared to exhaling quietly. So nitric oxide does a lot of stuff. It's brain function, it's immune function, it's blood flow. It really matters. And then there was this 2023 trial on stress, and they tested humming against other interventions, and humming generated the lowest stress index. So humming beat out everything else they tested for lowering stress. Who knew, right? So here's how you do it. Just deep breath in through the nose, and then with your mouth closed, you hum on the exhale until your lungs are empty. You should feel like that whole buzzing in your lips, in your nose, and your throat, and that vibration is what you want. That's what you're really looking for. Now, if you really want to make it advanced, you could take your fingers and close your ears while you're humming, and it kind of amplifies that whole vibration. Now, are you going to look like an idiot when you're doing this? Yeah, you will look like an idiot. But if it helps, who cares? Just do it in the bathroom, or tell your spouse, I wouldn't have to do this if you didn't annoy me so much. So tonight, not tomorrow, just do this. You've got that extended exhale that Stanford showed beats the meditation for calming your system. You got that hum if you really feel like you need to take it up another notch that actually, vibrates and triggers that vagus nerve to move more into that parasympathetic state and increase the nitric oxide. So this isn't about trying to digest harder. It's about giving your body permission to do it. Your nervous system is stuck on the gas pedal. So these two hacks kind of flip that brake and pull you out of that sympathetic state. So just try it tonight and let me know in the comments how it goes for you. Now, if this does nothing for you and you were just humming because you liked the song or something, you likely have other digestive malfunctions beyond being stuck in that fight or flight state. So the fight or flight state can really restrict stomach acid production, but there's other things. Maybe somebody doesn't have enough resources to generate that hydrochloric acid. Maybe there's other aspects of digestion that are going wrong, and a person might need to do a little bit more. So just keep in mind, I'm not a doctor, I'm not giving anybody medical advice, but these are easy steps you can take tonight to see, does it help you digest a little bit better? Now, if you find that you really have a lot more trouble than that, then you'll want to learn more about other malfunctions that can go wrong and steps you can take to improve those. So you can jump over right now and check out our video on full digestive reset that'll walk you through that whole process. I can't wait to hear about your results.